Joining me in the Room podcast is Calvin Tacey, ready to make his appearance at the Enigma Invitational V this Friday night, taking on Brad Schneider for the light heavyweight championship. What's going on, Calvin? I haven't talked to you since you were there winning that absolute tournament and some money, bro. How's everything been going?
Everything's been great. I've been training a lot lately. Keeping up as much as I do, definitely looking forward to Friday. I'm really ready to compete against this guy. So I'm just ready as ever to go, and I'm just chomping at the bit to get after it.
Excellent. Well, he's no stranger to you. I hear you have some history together and, some not so far history. Let's talk about this. This is the third matchup between you two guys. When did this, this trilogy start?
So a couple years ago, I think it was like pre-COVID and everything, when there were actually tournaments all the time. I competed against him in a New York Open in just a normal tournament style. I met him in the finals, and I ended up losing on points to him. And then just recently, I think last month, early October, I competed against him in another tournament in the first round, and I ended up winning that by submission.
Now, wow, it's been a little gap between then and now. What were there? I do believe you're a brown belt under Tom DeBlass, right? At this moment.
Right. Yeah.
And I believe he's a brown belt. Not, I don't know where he comes from. Might have his own camp. But where were you guys when you first met a couple of years ago? Were you brown belts then, purple belts? Where were you in that?
We were purple belts.
Excellent. So here we are, 2 years later. A lot of experience, a lot of tournaments later. And you just went against him, and you won with the submission. How did that feel to get that win back?
It feels good. I always look anyone that's beaten me, it always leaves like a bad taste in my mouth, and I always look forward to the rematch. And I usually fare pretty well because I feel like I'm a little bit more motivated in that sense than I would be if I don't. It doesn't motivate me as much if it's somebody I beat or like they wanted me. Let's say for this, like people were like, they were looking for opponents. People were throwing out suggestions of people I'd already beat twice. I'm just like, it doesn't really like motivate me. I beat you twice, but somebody that has beat me in the past, yes, it'll get me off the couch every time.
Excellent. Well, you submitted them. What was the difference in it's 2 years since that first one. Where was the change in the level here? Where did you actually take over in the second matchup?
So I was always like kind of positionally like dominant, and that was how I looked to win stuff, stay on top, maintain position. And sometimes like when I couldn't play it, it'd get like the nerves and everything. I'm thinking, am I going to give up points? So it'd mess with me. I'm a submission hunter. I go for the finish. So when I get to go after it, I usually fare pretty well. I don't do as well point style tournaments. I can win those too, but I'm a submission hunter. And when I realized that and just started going after it and attacking, I started doing a lot better. But it does get me into trouble in point style tournaments at times too.
Now, this past tournament that you had that submission against him, was that the same style tournament as the first one, or was it a different one, different style?
No, it was the same style. They were both IBJJF tournaments. I was down on points when I submitted him. I think either we were tied and he was up an advantage, or maybe he was up like 1 or 2 points or something. I can't remember, but I just went for it. I backstepped into the legs, and I started going for submissions, and I ended up catching it.
Excellent. Well, here we are at Enigma Invitational. This is an EBI match, I do believe, a 15-minute match. Is that correct?
Yes. 15-minute submission-only EBI format.
So this is something totally different. What are you expecting out of this? It's not a point thing. It's playing in your style, which you are going for the kill.
Right. I think we're able to kind of get after it more and kind of let things flow freely and we're gonna get to do jiu-jitsu. We're not gonna be worried about points, holding position, and waiting for the timer to go off. It's gonna be like kill or be killed. We're gonna get after it. We're gonna go after each other. It's gonna be like that. I expect like I'm gonna be pushing forward the whole time. I'm not sure what he's gonna do. I know he's pretty lanky. He's like 6'3". He's taller than I am, but he's not as beefy. he gets after it too. He's got a good close guard game and everything. But I predict me coming forward, and we're going to see what he does to match that, and we'll see where we go.
Well, Calvin, there's a lot of big names and a lot of big coaches coming into this Enigma. I think they've had a couple, maybe 2 or 3 since you won that tournament. So they're getting bigger and bigger. They have a bigger venue, a lot more
Right.
people fitting in there, man. How excited are you to be able to get back in there and have a lot of this talent? I mean, I'm sure there's a couple of guys or girls that you might have rolled with in the past, or maybe teammates or affiliated with Tom DeBlass.
Yeah, so we actually do have Sam McHale, Sean Yadamarco, and Sophia actually competing on the same card. Tom's flying out to be in all our corner, so he'll be there in attendance too, and he'll be coaching us, hopefully all the victory, we've got a pretty solid team, and we like to get after it, so. And it's good being on this card. I love the New England area. I love coming up there. I frequently make trips up there whenever I can, just for leisure. And I love to compete, and Enigma's a great card, and I look forward to having our coaches and our team up there.
Excellent. Well, the last time you were here was in March. You made your debut. I think there were only maybe a couple of events in. Man, you kind of shocked the BJJ community in New England. And on the internet, man, kind of that last match, not the last match, I think the, semifinal match, there was an injury in there and, a lot of eyes on you about that. Has, you in the jiu-jitsu community I would imagine you have grown, your name has grown. Are some people afraid to match up against you since, that style that, be or be killed sometimes in there with you?
Yeah, because so, yeah, that's like my mentality. So I do understand why people, kind of avoid that because they do work 9 to 5s and everything. I mean, I work as well, but, I can't maim them and then they are able to go do their job on Monday. So I get it to an extent. But, yeah, I do. I mean, it's that reputation like that. I can cause injury, and, that's not necessarily something anybody wants. But, I mean, it's the risk we all accept for going in there. I expect that I could be injured as well.
Exactly. And, I've seen a couple in the past, in smaller jiu-jitsu tournaments. So it happens everywhere. I mean, it's so fast and, that's the beauty of the game. It's so quick and, relentless at times. So Tom's coming in. This is a big treat for New England to have him there. A lot of other names coming in here. And, you guys are done. I mean, you got another tournament in a couple of weeks after this. Big high stakes in this tournament. You're going to Emerald City, I believe not too far from you. So you're not going to be traveling, all the way, maybe 6 to 7 hours to get here. How's the tournament circuit with you guys? I mean, you 2 or 3 a month, or they just come out in spurts, or do you kind of plan your plan your 3 or 4 month span of what tournaments you're going to hit and which ones are important and not important for you?
So anything big or anything I get an invite to, I'll kind of take. I don't do too many local tournaments now. Anything that my team wants to get on and compete, I'm always down. Like we were traveling to Atlanta, Texas for like IBJJF tournaments. Anything I get an invite, super fights, fight to wins, anything that comes local, I'll get my hand in if I can get a matchup or if I can get in on the tournament. But I try to stay as active as I possibly can. It's unfortunate that everything comes in the winter. We didn't really have anything for like 4 or 5 months there throughout the whole summer. So, I mean, we were trying to get in what we could get in, but now, like, opportunities come, and, we're going to take it every time.
Excellent. Well, a couple of more questions before I let you get back to, your regiments and whatever you do to get ready for this super fight. Dude, man, as far as, the eyes that are going to be on you, I mean, what are you looking to do as far as, ultimate goals, as far as, your jiu-jitsu career? And, what is that ultimate prize for someone like you who's, looking to be the best of the best?
Me personally, I look to improve every day. I just want to compete to the level that I can compete to. I'm not really looking to gut chase after like best in the world status and everything. I've got like a life outside of jiu-jitsu. I just love to compete. I love to bring it. I love to just lay it all out there, and I won't lay down and fucking die for anyone. So It's just what I like to do. I'm passionate about it, and it keeps me sane in my everyday life. Keeps me from, I don't know, going fucking crazy, I guess, for lack of better terms.
I hear
So
that.
I have to compete. I have to be out there, and I mean, I'm not searching to be like Gordon Ryan or anything, but I'm going to be the best version of me. I won't lay down for anyone, and I'm gonna come after you every time, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to win.
Excellent. Well, one more question before I let you give your shout outs and whatever you want to get out there. Tom, you're a practitioner under him. Are you do you have students under you? Do you go to tournaments and coach students? You looking to do that as far as your journey in BJJ?
Eventually, yeah. I do have aspirations to be a coach and kind of open my own place, but I understand I've got lots of competing left. I've still got a level to reach that I look to reach, and I don't feel like I know enough now to take in a bunch of people under my wing, and I wouldn't feel comfortable. I'm gonna wait till I get black belt. I'm gonna compete for a few years under that, and I have the wherewithal. I'm not delusional enough to know when I'm getting my ass kicked all the time, and maybe it's time to hang it up. So. I do look to do that, and I do coach at tournaments, like the smaller local tournaments when we have blue belts and white belts compete. I'll show up, and I'll kind of help them out, and I'll be in their corner there if Tom can't make it.
Excellent. Well, it'll be interesting to see you at this tournament because I'm sure you're going to be later in the day as far. So you're going to be able to give some pointers to some of your training partners and people that associated with you because you were basically there alone when you came last time. So now you have a team with you. So it's going to be a really good atmosphere for you guys and, for everyone in New England, a treat. Tom's, ladies and gentlemen coming this way to compete in New England.
Right, yeah. Definitely going to be a better vibe. I don't know. I like the underdog mentality. I like coming into unknown territory. I don't know what it is when, if people are, against me and they've got their boy there that's supposed to beat me and everyone's winning. I just thrive in that environment. But it does, when you have, a team with you, that's, a different thing, and you're building momentum. You're all doing well. Even if you're not doing well, you're bouncing it off each other, and you want to see each other's success. And you have coaching, when you do get stuck in those positions, you're not sure what to do. I have a world class coach in my corner that's gonna, get me out of those positions.
Well, my man, pleasure talking to you and catching up with you, and pleasure to see you still thriving in the game and teaching others and helping them along with the same kind of journey. Dude, I can't wait to meet some of training partners. I'm going to be interviewing the fighters as they win and come off the mat. So I'm sure I'm gonna be able to, get a word with Tom and pick his brain a little bit. But man, it's a pleasure to see all these high level talent BJJ practitioners coming into New England to compete, man. So with that said, shout out social media, any sponsor, and I'll let you get on with your day, my man.
All right, hey, yeah, I definitely look forward to seeing you guys again. Look forward to talking to you too. Sponsors, DD214 Fightwear. Use my code CT Jiu-Jitsu for 15% off if you wish. I want to shout out to my team at OCBJJ, and most importantly, my coach, Tom DeBlass. I wouldn't be at the level I am now without the help of that guy. I was just a tough kid with a closed guard game when I moved here, and now I feel comfortable in any position, and I don't think there's a whole lot of people that can beat me.
He's a true,
especially in this format.
Excellent, my man. Well, can't wait to see you, do work again on Friday night, my man. So happy trails, bro, and we'll see you in 3 days or so, getting that work in.
All right, I'll see you then. We'll see you Friday.
All right, my man.